what do you feel like, obviously from the outside looking in, what do you feel like would be like the missing piece, at least for the organization to take that next step? And I'm
Take
not, yeah. So, and when
I
I
mean,
answer, and
simple. Like, that's
when I
simple.
ask this
Like,
question, I'm not just saying like, get to a playoff or get to a championship. Like,
nah,
I
nah,
feel like,
that's generic. No,
yeah, I feel like right now they're kind of like we're kind of like stuck, and we just got to get over the hump, and then things will start progressing further. Where do you feel like where we're at to take that next step?
at the it's simple. I mean, like how you were naming Silas and you were naming Maceo and all these individuals. That's what I'm saying. You're naming. You can name a piece or certain pieces. To the puzzle, but you need the whole puzzle piece and all the to align together. So it's nice that you have certain players. That are of caliber, but you have to have the homegrowns and you have to have the players mesh together to complete the team, and that starts top down as well with the owners and with the management to have the goals to put those pieces together as far as to bring the coaches on where you have that mentality that all of us are here on the same mission. There's not this person and this individual. It has to be a whole group effort. So that's what I'm saying. I think that's what they're trying to instill is the mentality and the culture that we can get
Yeah,
over. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
yeah,
a
no, absolutely.
culture that everybody is on board. Not just like you said. I've talked to Ken. I played against Ken. We respect each other as him being a defensive player and me being an offensive player.
Yeah,
We've talked. So it's like not necessarily about Helvetic, but you can understand that there have been players that come through there that are of caliber that can
yeah.
play.
There's talent
But
that they get.
huh?
I said Helvetic gets they get they've gotten some talent over the
Yeah.
years too. Yeah,
And it's the culture of the entire, whole ordeal. You have certain players, but they have to be able to mesh with the Swiss players and
yeah,
obviously the coaches to put them in the best position to win,
yeah.
especially to be able to play together, and actually beat teams that. I mean, if you watch some of the games from last year, they wasn't that far off. It was
No,
just
they weren't.
pieces, that they didn't have to complete the puzzle. That's all I'm saying. I think, but it does have an influence with the mentality from the coaches and from the culture of the entire organization that'll put people in the best position to win. And I think like that's all I'm trying to do as far as
Yeah,
like, I can bring to the table and say, hey, I can do this on special teams. I can do this at in Wildcat, or I can be X, I can be H. So whatever position, I can feel to help them, get into that place to be competitive in a sense and beat certain teams, and eventually go to the playoffs and go to the championship. That's the ultimate goal and
absolutely.
what we want to do. But it starts with in the small details, in the little things, in the tapping in with people, and the certain Swiss players that, man, come on, let's go to the field together, man. Come on, let's go here together. Let's
Yeah,
learn something about each other. All of that right there, as far as, and then you build that in with the coaches, watch it film together. Doing certain things that'll make you better as a person, and ultimately as a teammate. I think that is the biggest thing. The biggest pieces that'll help the team, be successful. Successful. So.
yeah, no, absolutely, and it's it starts from the top. Sandro, Chris, Jeremy,
Mhm.
Coach Marquez, all the way down to player 1 through 80, however many people on
Whatever.
the team. It
I
definitely
remember.
starts from the top. And I think an example of that is last year, even when new management came in, hired a new coach. Nothing against the man. I don't think Gunn was fully in it at the time.
Mhm.
This was an organization that was, for at least from what I know, Norm Chow, who I thought was going to be the guy, brought in
Mhm.
guys that fit his system, and then Gunn comes in and switch last minute because
Mhm.
new ownership changes. So again, it has to start from the top, just like you just mentioned, all the way
Mhm.
down to the bottom, and everyone be connected and,
Yeah.
move in unison. So I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, and I mean, for me to to take that step and to make that commitment shows you that I believe in what they're trying to do from top.
Absolutely.
I believe in what Sandro and what Chris and what Jeremy and what Coach Herford's trying to propose. So that's something that is appealing to me. But I'm saying I think the main thing is we can't. I mean, I don't know necessarily about what happened prior or what was going on
We
with the
looking forward now. We looking forward now.
today, and yesterday is gone, but I'm worrying about what we can do for
Yeah.
2025. That's my focus, and what I'm trying to bring to the table and what I'm trying to show them is that I'll give you everything I got, you know what I'm saying? For every aspect. That's what I want people to understand. That's why I took the risk, I
Yeah.
took the chance because I think they have something special that they're trying to put together, but they just need the right pieces. That's all.
Nah,
That's all.
most definitely, most definitely. Hey, I want to circle back a couple more things, before I head out. But one of the things I want to circle back to is obviously, you talked a little about, looking in the future a little bit in terms of what you want to do. What's your goal, or what kind of things do you want to set up post football? Whether it's staying in Europe, coming back to America, what is that? Have you started thinking about that? What that might look like?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like when I just told you, when if you want to circle back, when I was in Berlin, I've had, I had aspirations to stay. I mean, I was trying to work, and I had a job and everything lined up
Yeah.
to stay out there, but just due to the circumstances of the nature of kind of how the team was, after this season, I just thought for myself it would be better, to go home and kind of reset and really think about, do I really want to take this chance, and stay in Berlin. So I mean, for me, I was trying to, work and try to get some connections made to try to do some type of training, coaching, try to do some youth things, youth camps, 7-on-7 type stuff, do some personal training, stuff like that. And I have a business degree, so
Yeah.
that's something that I went to school for. So, I have different, business ideas and plans that I was trying to put in place, because American football is growing, in
Mhm.
Europe. It's
Yeah.
taking off as far as flag football, and with it being an Olympic sport. There's all different type of ways that I was trying to get in there where I could set up shop per se. So that's kind of what I was going to do in Berlin and kind of what I was going to do in Germany. But things happen. It all happens for a reason. So maybe it's something that I can propose. With some of the owners or some of the investors in Switzerland, so they can understand that for me, like I want, a lot of people to understand it's bigger than football. I play a game, of course, and I love doing what I'm doing. But for me, I'm trying to, give back, help some kids, be like really be an inspiration to those, that actually want something out of American football, So that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I'm still trying to do. So when I get out there, I trying to make some type of connections and let them know that hey, I can be an ambassador for Swiss football. I can be the face if y'all need
Yeah.
somebody actually wants to help and show, really teach and you could have people from the States, come and
Yeah.
train. It's a lot of different ways you could, to get in there,
Absolutely. And what I would say about the Swiss flag football team that I found out was that even in I think it was in 2024 in Finland, the international flag football championships, they were like top three, top four. So hey, there's potential. When we get to the
Hey,
Olympics, there's potential they go to LA and do something.
that's what I'm saying. So that I'm trying to get in there on something, you know. And yeah, because we play football, but me and you both know, we play football in Europe,
Yeah,
play football in Europe. So it's it is what it is,
yeah.
it's not space, but it's still an opportunity. So I'm going to try to make the best and the most of my opportunity.